This is one of the strangest videos I have seen in a long time. In an absurd phone call, the story almost slipped through the weekend kind of quietly, but it's completely outrageous. Donald Trump had a phone call with professional golfer John Daly. Now, you might say, why? Well, maybe they were talking about golf. Actually, they were talking about foreign policy. Donald Trump was on the phone with professional golfer John Daly, and he talked about nuclear weapons and claimed that he once threatened Putin with bombing Moscow. That's the story. It makes no sense. It's almost beyond belief. Like, what? Why is Trump on the phone with Daly? Why are they talking about foreign policy? It's all bizarre. And of course, if it's true that Trump threatened Putin with bombing Moscow, that's a fascinating story, too. Let's take a listen to this. This is Trump on speaker speaking to John Daly, who increasingly looks like Glenn Beck, interestingly enough. And listen to what he had to say.
Praise them.
Yeah.
They're all saying, oh, he's a nuclear power. It's like they're afraid of him. You know, he was a friend of mine. I got along great with him. I say, Vladimir, if you do it, we're hitting Moscow. I said, we're going to hit Moscow. And he sort of believed me, like 5%, 10%. That's all you need. He never did it during my time, John, you know.
No.
They're all talking about it.
No, it's
Why
funny.
Did he do this during the last 4 years? Because he knew he couldn't.
It's funny how Chi didn't bother you either.
I like how he says, by the way, Chi.
Yeah, no, she didn't bother me. I told him the same thing. That'll be next.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be next. Taiwan will be next. You won't have any computer chips. They'll blow them off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
You won't have a gun.
Now, I actually agree with Trump. There's a real possibility that China is increasingly salivating over the idea of doing something with Taiwan, given what's going on in Ukraine right now with Russia. But how wild is this? Trump told Putin he would hit Moscow if this was previously unknown in terms of our geopolitical relations and foreign policy, that Trump had threatened Putin with bombing their capital city. I mean, I looked and there's no record of that I was able to find. Now, it's possible Trump meant he told Putin he wanted to hit the Moscow strip clubs. That it is possible that that's what Trump meant. We don't want to rule it out, but I think he is talking about bombing. Now, someone wrote to me and said, David, is it possible Trump thought he was speaking with Jon Stewart from The Daily Show instead of John Daly? Like, maybe that's the explanation. And as funny as that is, I don't think it really makes a difference, because this is still something we did not know Donald Trump supposedly told Putin. But do we believe this? Like, Trump even said I was friends with Putin. I don't know. I mean, is that even really true? And this could be another one of these instances of Trump wanting to be the alpha in front of the pro athlete. It's all very, very strange. But Trump very casually mentioning something to a golfer that, if true, it's an incredible story. That would be incredible if that is a foreign policy discussion that took place. It's also silly to talk about this with John Daly, because Daly's an expert in Latin America, not in Russia. Okay, anyway. That now, of course, it might just all be a lie. Who knows? Why is Trump on the phone with a golfer and saying these things? How do these phone calls get scheduled in the first place? Do you think it's a random call, or what's the backstory? It's bizarre. And one other note, some people are reacting as if Trump said, I threatened Putin with nuking Moscow. It's not at all clear from what Trump says that he's talking about nukes. Now, maybe he is. I don't know. I don't think he's talking about nuking Moscow. He's talking about bombing Moscow. It's all crazy is the point, and why Trump is having these conversations with pro golfers or former pro golfers. I genuinely don't know, but it is another reminder that it's going to take years for us to know the full scope of the absurdity that was foreign policy under Trump. If you're just listening today, we'll have this clip on our Instagram, which you can find at David Pakman Show. And by the way, real quick, I'm going to say more about this tomorrow. We are launching a coaching initiative for up and coming podcasters, YouTubers, and content creators. We are accepting applications at davidpakman.com/coaching. If you are already a content creator, okay, now listen carefully to that. If you were already a content creator with a YouTube channel, podcast, or whatever, you can apply for free coaching from me at davidpakman.com/coaching. We're going to be doing recorded coaching sessions with a small curated group of creators. The goal being to grow your platforms and your shows and your content creation. So you can apply at davidpakman.com/coaching. It's a very cool new thing. I'm super excited to do it. Sort of like a giving back. I'm going to help people after I was helped. You can apply at davidpakman.com/coaching, and I'll have more information about that for you tomorrow. One of our sponsors is Athletic Greens, which makes comprehensive daily nutrition really simple. People are busy. We're not always getting effective, balanced nutrition from the food we eat. We sometimes are combining all sorts of different vitamins, supplements, different things that may be relevant to us. AG1 by Athletic Greens is a delicious drink that just simplifies the entire thing. It's one product. You get all of the things you need, 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. It's a multivitamin, it's a multi-mineral, it's a probiotic, green food blend in one daily serving. Really easy, high quality, bioavailable ingredients can fill those nutritional gaps in your diet, and they can help with gut health and digestion and support you in other ways. And they can replace multiple products and pills that you might be taking. It's just one drink, really simple. I've been enjoying the AG1 drink by Athletic Greens. Tastes good, helps me get everything I'm trying to get. Athletic Greens is giving my audience a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase when you go to athleticgreens.com/Pakman. The link is in the podcast notes.